Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about gear ratios. A super common question that I see show up on forums, on Jeep pages is what is my gear ratio? And there's three ways to check that. Two of them are pretty easy. One of them is a little bit more complicated, but we're going to run you through all three of them today. So the first one, on any Jeep with factory axles, you're going to have a tag on the front axle. And that's going to be right on the diff cover housing, and that's going to have a marking on it that tells you exactly what the gear ratio is. Now, if your oil's been changed and somebody didn't put the tag back on there, might not be there, but if it is, this is what you're looking for. So this one in particular has the tag over here. You can see that it's just strapped on between the two bolts there. I cleaned this one off a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Now, there's two lines of code on there, and that's basically just axle identification. And if you look on the very first part of the second line of code, you can see that there's a 3 and a space and then a 7-3. And that matches up with what I know to be in here, which is 373 gears. Again, not every axle is going to have this. If maybe somebody pulled the cover, didn't put that back on, but that's a really easy way to check it. So the second one is also pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and this one is a tried and true way. Don't need any tags, don't need anything specific. So you jack up your rear axle so it's completely off the ground, neither of the tires are touching right here. And I've got a mark on the top center of my tire here, and then I've also got a mark on the rear drive shaft here. Now, I couldn't get anything to stick to it, but I do have this little tag sticking right off the bottom. So what happens is you turn your tire one full rotation and count how many times your drive shaft turns. So here we go. So halfway through it. And back to center. So now you can see that turned almost 3 3/4. That's about right there. Almost 3 3/4 turns, which again leads us to 373 gears, which again is what I know is in the back here. Now, the third way is slightly more complicated, a little bit more involved. I've got my ring gear here and my pinion gear here, and those gears combined are what actually makes up your gear ratio. So the way that you figure it out from here is you make a mark on here, which I'm just using this piece of tape here, and you go around and you count all of the teeth that we have here, and then you count all of the teeth on the pinion gear here, and then you just divide this number by that number. Now, from doing this before, I know that there are 39 teeth all the way around here, and I know that there are 11 teeth here. So if we do 39 divided by 11, turns out that this one has 355 gears, which I know is what came in here that matched the axle tag that was on there, and of course we just counted that. So those are your three ways to figure out your gear ratio. Hope that helps. Thanks, guys.